ॐ शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। श्रीराम राम रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं राम नाम वरानने। कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलम्। मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं वातात्मजं वानरयूथमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शिरसा नमामि। मानिषादप्रतिष्ठां त्वमगमः शाश्वती समाः यत्क्रौञ्चमिथुनादेकम् अवधीः काममोहितम्। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। ॐ श्री हरये नमः। ॐ श्री हरये नमः। ॐ श्री हरये नमः। ॐ श्री दयानंद स्वामिने नमः। ॐ श्री तत्त्वविदानंद स्वामिने नमः। So Vali Vadam has happened. So we saw some of the arguments between Vali and Sri Rama last time. Shloka number 69. So what we learned there was that Sri Rama himself gives some good arguments, and we should use those arguments when we talk about these things. You know, our children will ask all these questions. Young children will always ask all this. Why did they do this? Why did he do this? Why did Krishna lower the chariot when the arrow was about to hit Arjuna? All these questions will come. These children will ask, immediately they will ask, because that's the dharma is known to everybody. Look at that. Vedas doesn't teach dharma. It teaches why dharma is important. That is why teaching is needed. Why is dharma important? Why we cannot ignore dharma? That's where teaching is needed. So anyway, with that, we are going to shloka number 70. Tata sugriva vachanat हत्वा वालिनमाहवे सुग्रीवमेव तद्राज्ये राघवः प्रत्यपादयत्. Hope you're following me. So having killed Vali, Hatva Valinam, having killed Vali, uh, Sugriva Vachanat, of course, having dialogue with Sugriva, learning about Sugriva's life and things like that. So, having done all that, Ahave. Ahave is not a new word for us, right? I think in the first chapter we've seen Ahave, Swajanam Ahave, and all Arjuna is talking about. right? What will we do if we kill our own people in this war? So ahave means yuddhe, in a war. This is a war. I mean, this is a battle, if not a war. Battle. And so, tataha, from that point onwards, what happened? Sugrivam eva tad rajye ragavaha pratyapade. See, you need, when a title is given, somebody much, much bigger than you has to give you the title, right? A university gives you a title. You are a PhD, you are a master's, you are a bachelor's, you have this degree. Somebody big has to give you that title. And here, who is the big means? Rama is representative of Bharata at this point. And so Rama is perfect person to do all that, all the due, give all the due honors. And so, what did Raghavaha do? Raghavaha Sugrivam eva tadrajye. Anointed Sugriva now to be the king of that particular tribe of people living in the Kishkinda forest. Pratyapadayat, established Sugriva as the king. Pratyapadayat, Pratistapitavan. Okay, next 71. Sacha sarvan samaniya vanaran vanarshabha dishaf prasthapayamasa didrikshurjanakatmajam. So now the other side of the promise has to be kept. Sugriva's promise. Rama's promise has been kept. There is some story in between that Sugriva was enjoying life and all that. Rama got upset, and there is some story. I think Sugriva had to be reminded, hey, you know what? There is the part two is still there. That story I remember. So having all done all that, now what happened? Sugriva is ready. He apologized or something, I think, and then Sugriva is ready. Saha means Sugriva. Sarvan Vanaran Samaniya. First line, Sarvan Vanaran Samaniya. Having assembled all the key Vanaras, so because now this is discussion, they're going to discuss how to go about this project of getting Sita back. So, this Sugriva, who is a Vanar Shabha, who is the who's the bull, most prominent among all the Vanaras, physically and things like that, primarily physically, and of course, intelligence also. So, Vanarshavaha, Sugrivaha, what happened? Dishaha, Prasthapayamasa. They have decided who's going where, directions and all that, north, south, east, west, everything decided. And he sent his Vanara, Sena, he sent it to various directions. Dishaha means various directions. Prasthapayamasa, dispatched all of them. What for? Janakatmajam. Janakatmaja is obviously Sita. Yeah, Janaki. Janakim Didrukshuhu, with a desire to see Sita. That is the meaning of the word Didrukshuhu, like Mumukshuhu, Jignasuhu, same thing. What is Jignasu means what? The one who is desirous of knowledge, Jnanam is Jignasu. One who is desirous of moksha is Mukshu. One who is desirous of seeing is called Didrukshu. Didrukshuhu. And so Drashtum Ichuhu. They want to locate. Seeing means what? Locating Sita. And so all Jambavan, Angada, all these names are there. And all of them were sent in various directions. But what about Hanuman? The question should come to our mind. And therefore, we are going to the next shloka. Tato Gritrasya Vachanat Sampater Hanuman Bali Shatayojana Vistirnam Pupluve Lavanarnavam. So now you can see here. Now this Jatayu's brother is there. His name is Sampati. Sampati, we all know that, Sampati. So he's again Gridraha, vulture. So Sampatir Vachanat. See, look at how many people are advising Sri Rama here. And Sampati said, What did he say? Hanuman Bali. So based on the advice given by Sampati or Vachanath, then Hanuman did something. Who is Bali? Bali means Balawan. Balawan. We have a party in India called Bajrang Bali or Bajrang Bali P Jai. Bajrang Dal. We have a party called Bajrang Dal or Bajrang Bali. Bajrang Bali is Hanuman. Now, gymnasium, sometimes they will have Hanuman. Then as you enter, you'll see Hanuman like. Then you feel like, I'm in the right place. So, so the Bajrang Bali. So in Sanskrit, there is really no word called Bajrang. You know what it is? It is Vajrang. Vajrang. One whose parts, all the limbs and all are like Vajram. Vajram, like diamond, as hard as Vajram. Okay, that is Vajrang Bali. Bali. But in Hindi, it is Bajrang. Anyway, so what did Hanuman do? Hanuman Shata Yojana Vistirnam Pupluve Lavanardavam. Lavanardavam. This big ocean of salt, the ocean of salt. What did he do? Pupluve. Pupluve. So he leapt, leap. This is a big exercise in leaping, flying. Flew that. Okay, so how far did he leap? Shata Yojana Vistirnam. So 100 yojanas. 100 yojanas is something like you take 5 miles, it will become 500 miles. But Rameshwaram to Sri Lanka is not 500 miles. It's only 50 miles, 20 kilometers, something like it. It's very small distance compared to this. This is a big distance. How? You have to ask how, because this is Itihasa. Ramayana is Itihasa, not like Puranas. Puranas, there's a lot of Purana need not be real. It is an imagination of Vyasa. Some reality could be there also. But here, it's the whole story is real. Rama was a real person who lived. Sita was real. He married Sita. All this is real. But Valmiki, being a poet, he added embellished lot of 10-headed Ravana. All he said. The 10-head part is not real. That's because a conflicted man, a man with all kinds of conflicts. That person is Ravana. So beautiful way to describe him. And thanks to Valmiki, that imagination is still there with us. And so that's the beauty of Valmiki. And so this is Itihasa. And so there are researchers who study all this. They look at all these data points and try to, Sarayu Nadi, of course, is there. Ayodhya is, of course, there. So all that Nandigrama is there. Bharata is there very much. So all those things, places are all named. Rampur, Lakshmanpur and all is there. So it's all Itihasa, it's connected. And the whole journey is all completely tracked and mapped out all the way to Rameshwaram. He did puja there, everything, temple is there. So now the question comes, how is this yojana, 100 yojanas he did? And they generally agree that it's between 5 and 8 miles. And so, even if you take 5 miles, it's 500 miles. 500 miles is a long distance. And Maldives Island, which is now in the news, has been in the news recently. Nobody knew that there was an island called Maldives. Suddenly it came in the news. And so that Maldives is about 500 miles. Okay. That means if really Sri Rama went to that Lanka, Sri Lanka that we think is where Rama went to, then that Sri Lanka island should have been 500 miles away. Is that what it is? So this is how the historians and archaeologists should look into all that. We don't worry so much about it, but there is some research on that, and they do discuss. They try to what do you call it? Try to make sense out of all this geographical data and time data. And so I'm still not. I thought I got it some time ago, but see, Ramayana happened in Treta Yuga. They say all these data points have to be somehow connected. Treta Yuga. We are in Mahabharata happened in Kali Yuga. We are in Kali Yuga. Or Mahabharata happened in towards the end of the Dwapara Yuga. Okay, beginning of Kali Yuga, let's say. So let's say we are when Kali Yuga has just started. Let's say Kali Yuga has just started. Let's say Rama lived towards the end of the Treta Yuga. That means in between there is a Dwapara Yuga. How long is Dwapara Yuga? We know all that. Because Kali Yuga, one Kali Yuga is 543, I think, or 432, sorry, 4 lakhs 32,000 years, correct? 4 lakh 32,000 years. So Dwapar Yuga must be 8 lakhs 64,000 years. Let's say 1 million years. 1 million years is separating Sri Rama's time with our time, Mahabharata's time. 1 million years. We can't imagine how big this is. So there is a lot of dots to connect here, and so I think that's why Ramayana dating has become a is the last thing. Mahabharata people have dated 5,500 BCE and all they say, but I thought I figured out, but somebody sent a video or 3 4 days ago saying Ramayana is 5,600 BCE or something. I said, "Oh my God, that can't be. That just throws everything out the door." So we need to look into
Guruji, that time the yoga concept was different. That's what they say. It's not like 864 and all that. So they're different.
very good. Good suggestion. Let's talk about it. If you're there in satsang, please bring it up, Satish ji. All right. So, Shata Yojana Vistirnam Pupluve, right? Left. Hanuman left. Okay. Now, next one. All right. Tatra Lankam Samasadhya Purim Ravana Palitam Dadarsh Sitam Dhyayanti Ashokavanikam Gatam. Tatra Lankam Samasadhya, Hanuman having reached Lanka. Hanuman reached Lanka after swimming this big, and there is some Tataka, somebody on the ocean. He fought with some Rakshasas and all that. Having done all that, he reached Lanka, and then Purim, Lanka, Purim, Samasadhya, Prapya, having approached, having reached Ravana Palitam, that Lanka which is governed by Ravana, Palitam. Then what happened? Sitam Dadarsha, Sitam Apashyat, Sa Sita. Now, Sa Sita means big story and all is there. He couldn't see Sita actually, so he had to search for Sita. But here, Dadarsha Sitam. And she was what? What was she doing? Dhyayanti. She was in a pensive state. She was thinking of Sri Ram. Tikagara says she was thinking of Sri Ram because I know he will come. And so that idea was there with her, and he will release me from this. That's what she was thinking. Sitam Dhyayantim Ramanama Dhyayantim Ashoka Vanikam Gatam. That Sita, who was taken to a place called Ashokavana within that Lanka, that subdivision. That is beautiful. An island within an island like thing was there. Okay. Gatam literally means went to. Sita went to. But no, Sita did not go anywhere. She was just taken there. Okay. And so, Samasadhya Sadhatu. Sad means immediately you all should think of several things, right? Upanishad is there. Then Siddhanti Mama Gatrani in chapter 1. All that is there. Prasida Devesha Jagan Nivasa in the this one. Vishwarupa
Shrupa Darshana.
Lakshana Yoge. There he says Prasida Devesha Jagan Nivasa because he gets scared. Okay, now take back your Vishwarupa form and all he says, right? So that's Sadhana. All right. Next. निवेदयित्वाभिज्ञानम् प्रवृत्तिं च निवेद्य च समाश्वास्य च वैदेहीं मर्दयामास तोरणम्. That's why this is called Sundarakanda. I think it's lot of fun things are going on. And for Hanuman, it looks like fun, but Rama and all, and Sita, it's not fun at all. Okay. So, anyway, so Hanuman, this is again describing what Hanuman did. Nivedayitva abhijnanam pravrittimcha. So he approached her and began conversing with her. And before he did this, because all Rakshasas are there harassing Sita all the time. I mean, one or two Rakshasas, they say, were kind to her and all. But somebody just comes like this. And these Rakshasas are very good at changing forms also. So, who are you? How do you believe me? So, what did he give her? Abhijnanam nivedayitva. Abhijnanam is what? A token. Something which makes you recollect. It's called abhijnana. That recollection. You know something. And this Hanuman gave a ring. Ring of Sri Rama. Immediately she looked at it and said, yes, this is my Pati's ring, of course. And so immediately that means Hanuman can be trusted. He was really sent by Rama, as Hanuman says. And so pravrittim cha nivedya. Okay, pravrittim cha nivedya. Nivedya means having told, narrated what all happened. What all happened. Rama came, and then I took Rama to Sugriva, all these things, while in Sugriva, Vada, everything happened. And now they have sent me here, like that, having told all of that to find you, like that, he said. Then what happened when Sita heard this? Samashwasya. Very interesting word. So Vaidehi. So having pacified Vaidehi, Vaidehi was anxious. She was pensive. She was sad. And then Samashwasya, having assured Vaidehi. Okay, now things are going to look up from now onwards. And because Shwasa, this again, the Shwas is coming here. Breath. Finally, she got her breath back. That's why I looked at this word. Samashwasya, Samyak Ashwasya. She was having pacified her, assured her. Then what happened? Toranam Mardaya Masa. Toranam. You come to Lanka, you can see the entry of Lanka. Lanka is a beautiful city and built by somebody, Vishwakarma and all, I think. And Kubera was living there, big city. And so the entry is, you can't miss the entry. Big arches must have been there, something must have been. So that entry point is called Toranam. Toranam. So we also, in India also, we use the word Toran. So during this Uttarayanam time, we put some Toran. These mango leaves and all we tie up, and then we put simple, small Toran. That also is called Toranam. This Toranam must be all the things that welcome to Lanka, welcome to Ravanapuri, some birds and all must be there, All that Mardaya Masa, Mardanam Kritavam, he crushed all of them into pieces, pulverized all of them. Okay. And just to show that this is not acceptable, you have Sita here, and this is not the place where Sita could be. And so he did that. Then what happened? Panchasenagragan hatva सप्तमन्त्रिसुतानपि शूरमक्षञ्च निष्पिष्य ग्रहणं समुपागमत्. So still, he's on a run here. Okay, and everything is summarized here. Pancha Senagragan Hatva, and then he killed a few people. Who are the people he killed? Senagragan. So the leaders of the Senas, commanders, there are many commanders and chiefs, and so that Pancha, 5 of the biggest army heads, commanders in chief, and he also killed whom? Sapta Mantri Sutanapi. I don't know where Mantri Sutan, the sons of the ministers of Ravana, it seems. Among whom there is this Aksham. There's an Akshakumara. Okay, Akshakumara also is one name. And Shuram, he is also not an ordinary guy. And Shuram Aksham Cha, Nishpishya. My God, what a Nishpishya. Fish, I think you all understand what fish is. paste. Paste. He made a paste of all these people. And the Peshanam and all, you see, paste. Word paste seems to come from this pish dhatu. Anyway, Puram Aksham Nishpishya Grahanam Samupagamat. Okay, Grahanam. Finally, he allowed himself to be caught. Samupagamat. So Agamat is Lunglakara, Sanskrit students who are bored because Sanskrit is going on in class. So the Lunglakara, you can look up. All right, Samupagamat. See what happened. The next it's come. Yeah. So this Indrajit, I think, released this Brahmastra. And Brahmastra will subdue anything on its way. And Hanuman also. But Hanuman had a boon that he can protect himself from the Brahmastra. And so he had the protection, but still some respect has to be given to all the astras, The Brahmastra it is. So therefore, you just say, okay, you allow yourself for the moment to be subdued. And so that's what happened. Grahanam samupagamat. Grahanam. Grahanam is grasped, caught. He allowed himself to be caught. Let's see. Further details are given in the next shloka.
What is Samupagamat?
Samupagamat. He allowed himself to be caught. Became caught. Samupagamat means became. Allowed himself to be grahanamd, to be caught. Okay. So grahanam samupagamat means allowed, became caught.
Can we say courted arrest? They say no in English. Courted arrest.
Courted arrest. Okay.
There is an expression like that.
No, courted arrest means you attract somebody to arrest you. Okay. But here, the attraction was done by all this nishpishya and all. That is the attraction part. Then, see, you can't catch Hanuman. You can't tie up Hanuman and all. It's not possible. It's not possible. But he allowed that to happen. So I think we should take it that way. Okay.
Kind of surrender.
Yeah, he allowed himself. Physically, he just said, okay, carry me, catch me, tie me up. You should imagine all the small people, they're all tying him up with ropes and all, right? So next, look at the next shloka. Astrenon muktamatmanam nyatva paita mahadvarat marshayan viraha yantrinastanyadrichaya. Long words are there here. Astrena unmuktam atmanam jnatva paita mahat varat marshayan rakshasan viraha. So I think I may not have read it properly. Must be marshayan rakshasan viraha yantrinaha tan yadrichaya. So many words are there here. Okay. Okay. Jnatva. So Hanuman knew something. What did he know? Astrena unmuktam atma. Hey, I can easily free myself from this. He knew that, it seems. Hanuman knew. Because earlier he didn't know his strength, right? Before all this happened, somebody had to remind Hanuman, hey, you are a strong guy. You can do all this. And so, but now he knows, yeah, I can. This is all child's play for me. How come he knows all this? Paita mahat vara. Pitamahasya. Pitamasya idam paitamaha. Means, don't say Python and all. No Python here. This is Brahmaji's boon. Because of Brahmaji's boon, he knew I have the power to I don't have to worry about all this. I can free myself from all this. Atmanam, myself I can free. Then what? Marshayan rakshasan viraha yantrinaha tan yadrichaya. Okay. Tan yantrinaha marshayan. All these people are there, they're climbing all over, they're tying him up, they're bringing all these chains and tying him. Oh, imagine, you should imagine, this is a great place for all these movie makers to just come up with something creative. So we can also imagine, nothing wrong with it. So Yantrinaha, all people doing all kinds of stuff, and we don't know, maybe Hanuman, how big he was, you can add your own size and just tying him up. So all those, all Yantrinaha, Tan Yantrinaha, what happened? Marshayan, putting up with, tolerating all these things, enduring all that. Just he was just sitting. Maybe he acted a little bit like this, as though he was disturbed. But Marshayan, so Rakshasan, Marshayan, tolerating, enduring all these Rakshasas. Veeraha, Hanuman, Yadrichaya, Yadrichaya means he was casual about it, tolerating, and he didn't. He was. He had something in mind. He said, how am I going to meet Ravana? Ideally, I need to meet Ravana. What is the point in coming to Lanka and not meet Ravana? Right? That's very strange. From another country you come. And so, and the plus, there is a war that's going to happen. So I need to at least, I've seen Sita, but I need to see Ravana also, right? So therefore, Yadricha, he didn't know how to do it. And so maybe this whole thing, let's act something out so we can end up in front of Ravana. Like that he was thinking, right? So let's see what happened next.
What is Yantrina?
Yantrinaha. Yantrinaha. So all the people and all the so all the people who have captured him with all the yantras, Yantrinaha. So people who got all the implements to tie him up, restrain him. So all the restraints and the people who restrained him. So Yantrinaha is a loaded word. All the things that were used, including people, to restrain Hanuman is called Yantrinaha. And Rakshasan is there. So you can even take Yantrinaha as all the implements, devices, all the devices. That may be better. Because Rakshasan, another word is there here. Okay? Yantrinaha. Yantra, because yantra means machine, no? Machine, device and all means yantra. So that may be a better way to understand. Okay? All right. Tato dagdva purim lankam ऋते सीतां च मैथिलीं रामाय प्रियमाख्यातुं पुनरायान् महाकपिः. That's it. So now what happened? Yeah, there is some things that are missing. We have skipped over a lot of stuff here. See, he was brought to the court of Ravana. Because too much commotion was going on, and that too a monkey and all that, and so it was the excitement also. Anger is there, excitement, anger because he killed a lot of people, ministers' sons and all he killed. So it's a crime. And at the same time, this Vanara is doing all this, and so Ravana said, "Bring this guy. Let's see what." So he was there, and then Hanuman told Ravana, "Look, I am a Duta. I'm an ambassador. Really speaking, I'm bringing some information from Rama." And your people did not treat me properly. That is why I had to do all this. And so, plus you did not treat Sita properly also. So, like that, discussion is there. But then Ravana did not give due respect that is due to a Duta, to an ambassador, somebody coming from outside. And so what happened, it seems, he didn't even give him a seat to sit down. So Hanuman decided, okay, I'll create my own seat. So he just sat on his tail. So he created a seat from his tail and then he sat on. And so
higher than Ravana's.
Higher than Ravana's also. So this upset Ravana quite a bit. And so he said he wanted to kill Hanuman. Ravana wanted to kill Hanuman, and Vibhishana advised against that. No, you can't do that. You should not do all these things. A Duta has to be given some respect. And so then Ravana said, he heard from some other minister that the pride of a monkey is the tail. The tail is very important for a monkey. And so go ahead and just burn Hanuman's tail. That was the order that Ravana gave. And so, all these things we have to fill up. And therefore, tataha dagdva purim lanka. Lanka dagdva, he just burnt the entire Sri Lanka. Lanka, he burnt his palace, you should imagine. But what about Sita? Rite Sitam cha Maithili. Rite means vina, except the Ashokavana, he burnt everything. Okay. Raamaya Priyamakyatum Punarayat Mahakapihi. So this Mahakapihi, Hanuman, Punarayat, he returned. He finished his job and returned back to what, Rameshwaram, I think, must be somewhere nearby there, okay? Because the no, it need not be Rameshwaram. Sorry, they have not come to Rameshwaram yet, because that is the beginning of the bridge. So I take that back. Came back to wherever Rama and all were. Sugriva's place, that particular Kishkinda, right? Came back there, and what for? Ramaya Priyam Akyatum, to tell Rama what he found. And some good news, Priyam. Punarayat, returned. All right. Then what happened? Sobhigamya Mahatmanam Kritva Ramam Pradakshinam Nyavedayadameyatma Drishta Siteti Tatvataha. So, Saha Abhigamya Mahatmanam. So, Ramam Mahatmanam Abhigamya. First, he approached Rama, and then he did a pradakshina of Sri Rama. Pradakshina. And did a namaskar to him. And then now Rama would be anxious. So, Saha Abhigamya approached and did pradakshinam to Sri Rama, who is Mahatma. And then Nyavedayat told. Okay. Who told is said here. Ameyatma. Ameyatma refers to Hanuman. Hanuman. Ameya, very interesting word. Incomparable. Ma means to measure. Sanskrit again, little bit of Sanskrit we should know. And ma is to measure. So pramanam, pramanam, that by which things come to your mind, knowledge. And so that which enables you to assess. So that is pramanam. What happens after that? Prama is generated, knowledge. And so ma is used, the measure, I think the word measure also comes from this word root ma. And so meyaha, measurable, accessible, okay, that kind of meaning is there. So ameyaha, not measurable. You can't measure the strength of Hanuman. Okay, that means incomparable. Ameyaha atma yasya saha. So one whose strength and capacity, etc., is not measurable is called Ameyatma, Hanuman. So, Ameyatma, what did he do? Nyavedayat, told. So, told Sri Rama, Mahatma, Drishta Sita. So, in Tamil, very popular. So, Kanden Sidayai. Kanden. He didn't say Sidayai Kanden. He did not say Sita Drishta. He didn't say that, because Sita means what happened to Sita, that anxious moment may be there. So that he did not give a chance even for that anxious moment to come for Sri Rama. Therefore, Drishta. Drishta is enough, in fact. Even in Sita, the word need not be told. Drishta, seen. And so that's great news to hear. So Drishta. So the way you have to split here is Sita iti. Okay, not Site. Site means hey Site, addressing Sita. So here it's not addressing Sita. So Sita iti tatvata. Drishta Sita iti. Drishta Sita in quotes. And so Sita has been seen, has been located, has been found. Okay, that's the meaning. And iti tatvatah. Everything that happened there was briefly told to Sri Ram. Briefly, because unless Rama asks for details, you can't bore the person with so much detail. Okay, this is a summary. And if you want more, I can tell you more. Okay. So tatvatah. So this if I looked up Ramayana to see where is this shloka coming, because this is Sankshepa Ramayana, and so there is a shloka in the Sundarakanda 564:37. So Hanuman cha Mahabahu pranamya shirasa tataha pranamya, he does a pranam. Neyatam akshatam devim raghavaya nyavedayat. He told about Sita. Drishta deviti hanumat vadanat amrutopamam. He said the word Drishta Devi. Drishta Devi, that is the word he uses. Devi, he said, not Sita. Drishta Devi iti Hanumat Vadanat came out of first words that came out of Hanuman's mouth. Amrutopamam akarnya vachanam Ramaha harshamapa salakshmanaha. Rama and Lakshmana were listening to this. And then harshamapa, they were very happy when they heard this. These two words, Drishta Devi, like that in the Ramayana it comes. Okay. So what happened? Now this completes the Sundarakanda. This shloka completes the summary of Sundarakanda in the Sankshepa Ramayana. Okay. And now we are entering the summary of Yuddhakanda. Yuddhakanda, we are entering. Tata Sugriva Sahitaha Gatva Tiram Mahodadhe Samudram Kshobhayamasa Sharairaditya Sannibhai. So now what happened? They have gone towards the ocean. They come to the eastern part of the southern India, right? They've come there. And we have to assume this is Rameshwara or nearby. And then what happened? Here, Sri Rama wants to cross the ocean. The Vanaras have to cross. Okay, Hanuman can simply leap, but what about everybody else? So something has to happen. So he is seeking the help of Samudra Raj. So he does tapas. Rama does tapas for 3 days, and invoking Samudra Raj. And Samudra Raja does not respond. So now Rama gets angry. He gets angry, and then okay, that's the background. Now let's look at this. Tataha Sugriva Sahitaha Gatva, having gone along with Sugriva and the entire army, Tiram Mahodadehe. Mahodadehe Tiram Gatva. Went to the shores of the ocean. Okay. And then what happened? Samudram Kshobhaya Masa. He frightened Samudra Raja. Kshobhaya Masa means frightened. He scared the mountain, Samudra Raja. How did he do that? Sharaihi. By arrows. He shot some arrows into the ocean. Okay. And what kind of arrows they are? They're all mantra powered arrows. And the Aditya Sannibhaihi. They are as brilliant as the sun itself. Sun. Because the sun is the only thing that can evaporate the waters of the ocean, that has the potential to do something to the ocean. So Raghava just sent some arrows which can decimate the Samudra Raja. And so with that act, Samudram Kshobhayamasa, he gave a warning. He gave a warning to Samudra Raja. Okay. Then what happened? दर्शयामास चात्मानं समुद्रसरितां पतिः समुद्रवचनाच्चैव नलं सेतुमकारयत्. दर्शयामास Atmanam darshayamasa. Samudra, then what happened? Samudra said, oh, this is too much. So this Samudra, who is Samudra? Saritam Patihi. He is the Lord of all the rivers. Because all the rivers are seeking to come towards him. They're all worshipping him as though. Therefore, he is the master of all the rivers, Saritam Patihi. And what did he do? Atmanam cha darshayamasa. Atmanam, oneself, he revealed himself. Darshayamasa. He came up. In some form, he came and appeared before Sri Rama. And then what did he do? Samudra vachana chaiva nalam setum akarayat. Now, Rama, he told Samudra vachana. Samudra Raja told Sri Rama, okay, I'm going to bring Nala to you. I'm going to call Nala and bring him here because this Nala is good. He is the son of Vishwakarma, and so he can help you cross the ocean. Now, I can't simply remove the ocean from here because that would not be correct. There are a lot of jivas in the ocean and all. We can't simply disturb everybody. So we'll find a way out. We'll construct a bridge and I'll make sure Nala can make that happen. Like that, Samudra had given that word, Samudra Vachanat. Okay, that word was given. And so just like Vali is Indra Putraha, Sugriva is Surya Putraha, Hanuman, of course, is Vayu Putraha, Vatat Majaha, Anilat Majaha. Okay, Hanuman. So, like that, they all have this Devatamsha in all of them. And so, Nala also has that Amsha, being the son of Vishwakarma, has the capacity to do wonders. He has constructed many palaces of Devatas and all. Indra's palace, I think either Vishwakarma did or Nala. Nala is the son of Vishwakarma. I think Vishwakarma constructed Indra's palace or something like that. Okay, regardless, all these great characters are here. And there is a nice small story here. This Pandavas, because Draupadi has 5 husbands, so they have to have an agreement, right? And the agreement was that one person will spend 1 year with Draupadi. Like that, there was some agreement. And then after that, 1 year happens. Then the Draupadi has to do a vrata, has to go through a vrata before she goes with another Pandav. So that vrata is there. And so she does that. And then the second Pandava will spend 1 year with Draupadi. Now, the rule is that when this is happening, if some other Pandava who's not the current husband somehow happens to enter the quarters, then it's not allowed. It's a crime, and they have to pay a price for it. And the price is that person has to stay away for a year, 1 year. And so, once what happened, it seems, Yudhishthira was with Draupadi, and Arjuna had to come pick up the Gandiva from the palace, from there. And so he entered. And Yudhishthira said, no, you had to do it. You had no choice. That's why I know you did it. And so it's all right. You can, doesn't come. This is an exception to the rule. And Arjuna said, no, we can't create exceptions like this. If we keep creating exceptions, then the rule will become meaningless and dharma will not hold. And so I have to pay. So I will go to Vanavasa. I'll go off for a year. So he takes off. And the story is he marries Subhadra and all during that time. And then he comes to Rameshwara. And then he says, what? Rama could not build a bridge himself. He had to take Nala's help. I can make a bridge from arrows. I can do it. Now Rama could have done it. I can do it. Then Hanuman heard all this and he comes and he says, no, but if the monkeys jumped on it, the bridge will break, So you need somebody like Nala to come. No, I can make a bridge where monkeys can withstand monkeys and all. So Arjuna did this. And there was a competition. Now Hanuman said, okay, you go ahead and make the bridge. Hanuman got upset. Are you saying that the bridge built by monkeys is not good or what? All this argument happened. And so this bridge was, the deal is this. Okay, if the bridge doesn't break, I'll step on. If the bridge doesn't break, great, you're good. If it breaks, then what happens? Arjuna has to burn himself. Some idea, something like that. So, okay. Then the bridge was made with arrows, and then Hanuman jumped once, and the bridge collapsed. So then this Arjuna is ready to burn himself. And there comes a Brahmana, a wise person is coming there and saying, what's happening, guys? And they tell him what's going on. And then this guy says, okay, now let's try it again. Let's try it again. And Arjuna was subdued and he was thinking of Krishna. What happened, like that. Then Brahmana says, go ahead, let's do it. And then this time Arjuna makes the bridge and Hanuman jumps on it and nothing happens. Bridge is steady, solid. And so then what happens? Brahmana reveals himself as Krishna. And he says, look, Arjuna, previously you were arrogant. You never thought of me. But Hanuman was humble. He thought of Sri Rama. Therefore, he became victorious. Now you thought of me before. And Hanuman became upset and never thought of Rama. And therefore, your bridge was solid. And so, this Devatamsha is always there in every pursuit of us. So that is the story that comes there. That's the Nala connection here. Setum akarayat. Akarayat. Rama made Nala build the bridge. All right. All right, let's do the next one. Tena gatva purim lankam hatva ravanamahave ramasitaamanuprapya puram vridamupagamat. So Tena, so by that Ravana, by the Sri Rama, Ramena.
It is Param.
It's Param.
It is Param, not
Param
Puram.
Vridam.
Okay, Param Vridam. What did I say?
You said
Puram.
Puram.
Puram. Okay, Param Vridam. Correct, you're right. Param Vrida is correct. All right, so Tena. So once all this was set up and the bridge was built, then Ramena Purim Lankam Gat. Rama, with all the Vanara Sena, went to Sri Lankapuri, and then Ravanam Hatva Ahave. And there was a fierce battle. And in that, Ravana was killed also. Ahave means in that battle, Rane, Yuddhe. Then what happened? Ramaha Sitam Anuprapya. Rama fetched Sita. She approached Sita and then got her and then took her with him. But then something happened. Param Vidam Upam Gamat. Suddenly Rama got a thought. If I take Sita with me and to Ayodhya like this, the people of Ayodhya will have a doubt. They will say, Sita spent 14 years, or whatever number of years in Sri Lanka, captured by another man. And so that Sita is that kind of a lady. That kind of a name she will get. And so that thought, it seems, embarrassed Sri Rama. Means made Rama very uncomfortable. Vrida. Param Vridam. Rama was seized by that thought. Because Rama is a king, you know. The bigger the title one has, the bigger the role one plays, every act of the person will be critically analyzed by people. Everything will be questioned. And so you have Narendra Modi means everything he does will be criticized. Praised, criticized, both will be there. And so they have to be very careful in what they say. Every word uttered is important. So here he is now thinking in that direction. And one Tikakara says, Gitam prapya anupaschat param vridam. What is that thought? Raksho grihe chiroshitam punar grihitavan iti. A. This Sita was in the house of a Rakshasa for an extended period of time, Chiroshitam, and then Rama got her back. That is what the people will think. Like that, Rama is saying. Loka apavad shankaya. That doubt Rama had. This Loka people will challenge me like that. They will challenge me. Without telling, they might challenge me like that. Like that lajja, that kind of a thought Sri Rama had. Yeah.
What is Vrida?
I said, Rita means that embarrassment, that embarrassing, very disturbing thought, uncomfortable thought. Okay, that's the thought, right? So this is an important thing which is going to lead us to the next shloka. We'll continue that in the next. Yeah. All right. Om आपदामपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम् ॐ आपदामपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम् ॐ आपदामपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम् ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्तिः 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 हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ
धन्यवाद जी.